Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Might and Magic VIII completionist run. Now, bit of a change of plans. Last episode I was like, we'll kill enough guys that we can train up like one more level and then we'll get Garotte, Gorge and the other areas to reset. But I thought, you know what? We've killed so many things in Murmur Woods, we might as well just go ahead and kill everything. We'll get some more experience that way. Although, get some more experience, we'll get a few more levels out of it that we can use to kill time. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Because there is one particular enemy type that will eventually spawn in Murmur Woods, but which isn't on the map right now. And that is connected to the obelisk quest. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but now that I'm thinking, like, even if we killed everything on the map, I don't think I would be comfortable calling the area clear, just because I would know that there's this extra enemy that hasn't spawned yet, and by the time we're ready to get that enemy to spawn, this map will already have reset, so we'll have to do all this all over again. So probably my plan to kill everything on the map, not really well thought out. So we're not gonna kill every single thing on the map. Instead, this episode, I think, well, we'll kill a few things because it is gonna be good to have a bit of extra experience, some extra levels in the bag. This episode, I think we're just gonna be getting a bunch of different areas to reset, and we're gonna be going around, we're gonna be collecting artifacts, and we're gonna be doing other things that are related to areas resetting, like doing the stat challenges. So what sort of is anybody really close? By really close, I mean 2000 XP or less. 4000 is not close enough, so I think we're just gonna bail. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Shadowspire, and ooh, easy. The game seemed to be having some frame rate issues briefly. We're gonna go to Shadowspire. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the. I mentioned last episode that the left arrow key seems to be getting a little bit stuck on the computer I'm playing this on. We'll spend the night here, and one thing that I want to do, well, okay, before I start doing any grindy things, I mentioned that I would talk a little bit about the quests that we're on. So we've got 6 different entries that have been put into our quest log. Form an alliance with the Minotaurs, Dragons and Dragon Hunters, the Temple and the Necromancers, and this overarching thing, form an alliance among the major factions. Now, one thing I mentioned was that all of these quests get put into our quest log, but not all of them are completable. So these 2 are mutually exclusive, these 2 are mutually exclusive. This one is the only one that's guaranteed that you have to do every single time, no matter what. But between these 2 and these 2, we will have to make our choices. And I guess there's no point beating about the bush. I've made my choices that we're going to ally with the clerics. I myself am a priest of the sun. That's me, that's the main character. So, role-playing purposes, you know, we're taking the storytelling seriously. We're going to be allying with the clerics, and additionally I'm going to be going with the dragons over the dragon hunters. However, I'm going to have to do things in a specific order in order to get the seer notes, because right now the seer note that we're getting is to do this part of the quest, to go and find the minotaurs and ravage roaming. And right now that's the only, you know, bit of the journal entries that he's going to give us. So, admittedly, I've never sought out all the journal entries before, but I think that if we, you know, jumped the gun and if we did, you know, the clerics first, or the dragons or dragon hunters first, that we would lose out on those journal entries, because we would have already completed that quest stage. So just to confirm, he is, at this moment, only going to be talking about the minotaurs, right? So, just in case you were wondering, oh, like maybe you can get the rest by just clicking hint repeatedly, you cannot do that. Okay, now that we've settled that, now we get to what we're going to be doing in this episode, which is we're going to be... It's the end of August. We're going to try and we're going to cash in all our levels, and we're going to try and hopefully have enough levels to get to the end of the year, which is when things are going to start resetting. But first, we're going to go to the... Oh. Accidentally muted my game. We're going to go to the... This is my last episode save. Let's save here. We're going to we're going to go to the alchemist shop.
To my laboratory.
We're going to buy fire resistance potions. And how strong is this? Ooh, this is a really good personality boost. Gonna be buying this for sure, just as a bonus. And the rest is garbage. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go... Like, why did I do that? Well, I did that because we will need this eventually for the personality stat challenge, mainly to give to Ithilgor, because he cannot equip, you know, items that other characters might be able to use to boost their own personality. And also we bought the fire resistance potion because now we have 4 of them. When we have 6 of them, we can complete one of the side quests that was given to us in the Ironsand desert. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start out by training myself, because levels for me are the most important. Oh, went to the wrong place. We need to go to the Assassin's School, which is right here.
We can train you. Very good.
Alright, we gain 1 level. Time has gone by. Now we're going to go back to this shop, and we're going to grind for another fire resistance potion, just to have that
Welcome to my
out of the way. Oh, perfect. And we will also see if there's anything... A reasonably strong accuracy boost, and we haven't done the accuracy a challenge yet. So we'll pick that up as well. Okay, give the accuracy boost to Ithilgor. That's our 5th fire resistance potion. And once more, we're gonna be
We can train you.
training.
Very good.
This has given me a bunch of skill points, but before we do anything with skill points, we're gonna be going to this shop again. And so far, we've had pretty good luck getting fire resistance potions
Welcome to my
without having to
laboratory.
save scum too much. This time, we will have to save scum a bit. Yep.
Welcome to my laboratory.
But not too much. Okay. And what else? Intellect boost is not necessary because we've already beaten that. And this is a garbage personality boost and the rest are irrelevant, but that's fine. We now have the 6 fire resist potions. We're ready to complete that quest. Now we're going to cash in the rest of our levels, and to be honest, I don't know how far this is going to get us. Could be far enough, or maybe it isn't. I haven't done the math.
We can train
What I should have done is I
very good.
should have tested it out
We
before
can train you very good.
this episode. Alright. And now, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put another point into light magic. It's getting really expensive to boost this skill, but I'm gonna keep doing it
We can train you very good.
just because it is kind of important. And
We can train you very good.
I'm going to be
We
exiting
can train you very
in between
We can train very good.
every training session.
We can train you very good.
I think we're gonna just barely have enough. I'm exiting in between every training session just to make sure that the correct amount of time elapses. Now
We can train you very good.
we are
We can
into
train you very
December, and I think we are going to have just barely enough. We've got so many points to spend.
good. We can train you very good. We can
December.
train very good.
Don't know if we're going to be able to get into February.
We can train you very good.
Not without
We can train you very good.
a bit of extra time wasting.
We can train you very good.
Yeah, not without a bit of extra time wasting. But you know what? Let's see how we can maybe do this. Well, with your points, first of all, let's make you ready to become Grandmaster Perception and even Master Learning, like Grandmaster Learning actually, because if we're gonna get it, we might as well get it early. Let's see, where is the Master Learning Trainer? Just give me a moment while I look through this list. Is the Master Learning Trainer accessible? Identify. Alchemy. Okay, Master of Learning is in Shadowspire, funnily enough. So let me just quickly pull this up on my phone, because we might as well do it, seeing as we are right here. Might and Magic VIII Shadowspire map. Look this up, and the name was Mist Spring, I think, right? So search and page. Mist Spring is number 24 on this map. Who is okay? Not too far away. I don't know why I cast flight and then opted to walk. I guess because it wasn't too far away. Oh, you need an intellect of 50. Ah, I see. Well, shucks. I guess we're just not gonna get Master Learning then. Nope, wait, nope. I've got Day of the Gods. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? I've got expert learning. And a skill of 7. What requirements don't I meet? Hang on a second. Something is funny. Something's going on.
We can trade very good. We can trade very
Give me a
We
moment.
can trade very
What is this
We
nonsense
can trade very good.
that you are
We can train you very
trying to tell me? Okay. We raise this. Then that. And now let's go back to Mistspring. This time let's save outside his place. We've already spent those points. Alright, that's Fiddlebone. That's Mistspring. Or like that's a bit unusual. Right, what if we cast Day of the Gods before we talk to him? Right, because we have an intellect of 117. Let's even equip, you know, like this. That, I guess. And the Ring of Fusion. Now he's willing to teach me. I don't know what the deal was before. Very bizarre. Actually, you know what, let me load. Let me load the game so this is before we've equipped the intellect boost items, but with Day of the Gods, will it work? It won't. Okay, so you need... So that won't work, but this will. So you need to boost your stats with items or have intrinsic stats, but Day of the Gods won't work. That is fascinating. It's fascinating indeed. But we got it taken care of, but that is a weird little bit of specificity from the game. That one of those ways of boosting the skill won't allow you to meet that requirement, but the other one will. Perhaps it's a bit of a bug. I mean, it has to be a bug, right? Anyway, problem solved. Now what we have to do is... well, let's save our game now. Let's save our bit of progress. Now, okay, some bit of a long sequence of events is about to take place. First of all, let's go back to the Daggerwound Islands. Right now it's January 16th. We wasted a couple days, but that's okay. Let's go to the Daggerwound Islands. Why are we going to the Daggerwound Islands? It's because I know they have reset. They reset every couple of years. And by virtue of them resetting, there's a couple things for us to do. One of those things is we can fly around town and there should be some barrels for us to pick up. Or maybe not. Well, yes, there are some barrels. It just took us a while. We've already beaten the Might challenge. Let me get my notebook. Excuse me. It's buried under some stuff. We have not beaten the Might challenge. We've only beaten Luck and Intellect. So, to help us beat the Might challenge, I'm gonna give you this Might. And you know what? Let's give you. Should we give you speed? Let's not give you speed. Let's give speed to someone else. Let's do it that way. Okay, I know. The reason I'm doing that because I know later in the game we'll find the well that gives you speed if your speed is low. So I'll give you accuracy as well. And I'd rather give that extra speed to you if I can. That way we won't have to do that annoying thing where we come back there with a different character just for the purpose of doing this one annoying thing. But the rest of the speed I'll give to my main character because it could well help him beat the speed challenge if we find it early. Okay. Now I think we've gotten all the barrels. The next thing we're gonna do is, oh, you know what? I should have actually done this before I picked up all the barrels. As you can see, these admirals are also back in action. Maybe we get good experience with killing them. Who knows? But we want to go to this area. Oh, and there are barrels on these islands as well. Blue barrel. Personality can go to me. Might can go to you. I'm giving Might to him because game of endurance now. The previous game that we beat was the game of luck. So this is going to give us a few skill points. 3 skill points. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, they all add up. And now we have beaten the game of endurance. So let's excuse me, let's mark that off. Just give me a moment. And also let's quickly fly across this island, because there might be a barrel or two for us to take. Indeed, I see one. Yellow barrel of accuracy can go to you as well. Any behind these houses? No. So this episode is just going to be a lot of this. A lot of flying into areas that have reset, and then dealing with the consequences of them having reset by doing a bunch of it. We can even open up these chests, but why bother? They'll even have the scripted scrolls of cure disease, but I'm not really going to bother with that. Right, next. So this was our last episode save, and let me save the game here because now we've got to go to Shadowspire, and now there's going to be a bit of. Excuse me? Oh, you can't cast it while there are hostiles too close. Okay, now we've got to go to Ravenshore. And we've got to see what sort of... First of all, we know Ravenshore has reset because the horseshoes are back. Ravenshore having reset means we have potentially a different challenge here, challenge of endurance. Now, how well placed are we to beat a challenge of endurance? The answer is that we basically cannot. Yeah, we have really no way of beating a challenge of endurance. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep, well, first of all, let me save the game at a spot where I actually can cast Town Portal. We're gonna be flying... Oh, we're gonna be portaling to Ravenshore until it gives us a challenge of might. Challenge of luck, which we've already done this one. So we want it to give us a challenge of might, because that we can deal with. A 1 in 7 chance challenge of personality. We really have no good way of dealing with that. Yeah. Although we have a personality boost, but it's not... That's not how... you know, we don't have enough of those for all of our party. So let's keep on doing this. Maybe we could beat accuracy. Maybe. Oh, but we got a challenge of might. I think this is best case scenario. Okay. Now what we do is you already have a might of 200, so go ahead and get your 10 skill points. Pass this belt around. Another 10 points to you. Pass this belt back to you. Another 10 points. You can get your luck belt. Actually, no, don't put your luck belt here. We don't need luck for ourselves, but eventually, once we get a 5th party member, it could help them beat the challenge, even though it's no longer necessary for our completionist purposes. Okay, now that's done. First of all, we can put 1 more point into light magic. Actually pretty important, because that'll give us 4 more stat points when we recast Day of the Gods. Now what you need to do is you need to see how high your might is. And do we have might boosting things? Wait. Oh, yeah. We haven't done this challenge yet. Of course we haven't. Like, we only just did it for the first time with the others. So... we're not being helped at all by our items. You can re-equip this. Let us... well, first of all... let's go ahead and pick up the horseshoes. And let's go ahead and just pop them straight away, because I need all of these points. Next, let's see, maybe we have some red barrels that can help our dragon companion get a bit closer. That's a green barrel, which I'll give to myself. Orange barrel can... it doesn't really matter because we've beaten intellect, so orange can go to you. So let's see what we got here. White barrel, luck, again irrelevant. I'll just give it to myself. I kind of don't even want to spend time doing this because it's the stat boosts are so small, but like maybe we'll find something that makes the task at hand a little quicker. And before, you know what? Before I forget, let's quickly grab the artifact from the artifact bearing tree, which I think is this one. There we go. What do we have?
This is useful.
Worm spitter. Okay.
Leave it. Worthless.
So that actually I'll hold on to.
Leave it. Leave it. Worthless.
The rest of this is garbage. It's unfortunate that we got this because it's another big one. nobody can use, but which I'll hold on to. My inventory is getting a bit full, but it's fine for now. The spears next to each other. Let's move everything to the right. Actually, let's do it like this a little bit. I know it's not exactly gripping to see, you know, real-time inventory management, but I just wanted to do a little bit of that. And we'll kill a few doggos, why not? I think that always bugs me is whenever there are, like, canine enemies in video games, there's a tendency to, you know, make the player feel bad when you kill them. With the sound effects that they give, like these dogs, like they're whining in such a heartbreaking way when you kill them, and it's like, oh, but at the same time, they are attacking me, so it's like, come on, game, come on. Anyway, so how much might do we need? So a potion of like a might boost of 24 would be enough. Okay. Now this is interesting. What do we want to do? We'll just save here. Let's go to Shadowspire. And I don't think Shadowspire has reset. No, it hasn't. I don't see any horseshoes in here. So we don't have to worry about saves coming for another contest. But what we can do is save scum for a might boost potion.
Welcome to my laboratory.
This is going to take a while.
Welcome to my laboratory.
I'm warning you right now that this is going to take a while. It could take a while. Hopefully not, because we don't need a really strong might potion. Strength of 24 would be fine. But it nonetheless could take us how close does that put us? It's not gonna be close enough, right? Yeah. Yeah. Not close enough. We need at least 24.
Welcome to my laboratory.
So, just strap in, folks, while we
to my laboratory.
save scum up a storm.
Welcome to my laboratory.
So exciting. I know.
Welcome to my laboratory.
It shouldn't take us too long to find one that is strong enough.
Welcome to my laboratory.
Oh, what was that? Oh, what a piece of garbage. We need at least 24.
Welcome to my laboratory.
Like we could find one that's 28 or 32. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too long. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it to you. That puts you at 204. We're gonna fly. We're gonna portal back to Ravenshore. Okay. It's one thing that's done. And where am I going? Let's go to the challenge. Another 10 skill points. Well done. What do we want to do next? Let's get you ready to become Learning Grandmaster straight away, and then you'll be gaining more experience from kills as well. So that's good. Next, what we want to do is save our game. Let's go to Alvar. Because Alvar, I believe, will also have reset. And we know it's reset because the guild caravans has horseshoes inside, and of course there are barrels as well. Horseshoes go to me, and me alone. So that's... we can't boost light magic anymore just yet. Let's take the... well, I can now start giving might to whoever needs it, but it's really irrelevant because we've beaten the might boost thing with all of these characters. Excuse me, throat is still a little dry. Any barrels up there? Maybe, no, probably not. Couple barrels back here. Pick those up. Of course, don't want to get too distracted with just the barrels, because we will have a another artifact to pick up from the secret chest in the Ogre Fort, or outside the Ogre Fort in its structure that appears on the outside of the map. And we may as well kill some of these ogres. Oh. Try. Sorry, I misplaced the key that
That was easy.
you use to go down while flying. There we go. We'll kill a few. We'll kill a few. Alright. And let's get to this place. I was gonna say, let's get to this place the easy way, but let's try not triggering the teleporter. So let's fall down like this. Oop. And oh god, another gigantic
This is useful.
item. It's a cool one. Volcano. But I'll pick it up. But
I have no room.
I don't have room for it, so I'll have to give it to you. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you hold on to the oversized items that aren't fitting anywhere else? That seems fine to me. And then I can hold on to the smaller ones. Finality and health cleaver. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, so we did that. What do we need to do next? Can anybody level up? Oh, you're so close to leveling up. You know what? Let's kill some ogres until you are able to gain your experience, to gain your level. Because that'll help us kill a bit of time in an efficient way. Ah, sucks. Is anybody else close to level? You're kind of close. You're kind of close. I am not really close. Okay. You know what? Let's just go... first of all... I'll save my game in the same slot. Now let's go to... first, you know what? Let's hand in the fire resistance potion quest. That'll kill a bit of time. And then maybe with the experience we could train even more. We've got some wasps that are gonna harass us along the way.
Too easy.
We'll kill a couple of them. Not gonna worry about it too much. We need to go east from Alvar into the Ironsand Desert. We've got plenty of food. We'll hand in that quest. And this map has not reset. It's gonna reset in sometime in February. So we said that the southernmost 6 houses need these potions. So now I'll save in a different slot. There. And I think similar to the Cure Disease scroll quest, we will get some dialogue from the last person we give the potion to. Which will acknowledge that don't want to recruit you. And are you... You're the last person. Perhaps we can survive, okay. And then, who was it that gave us the quest? Hobart. Where was Hobart again? Kill caravans. Yeah, where was this guy? Were you? No. All right. Surely you're close by, right? Pole, you're not in there. Are you? Huh. Like, was I reading the name of the guy wrong? Alright. Well, anyway, we've handed in this quest. He says, perhaps we can survive. The village can hold its own because we gave those potions. And yeah, he still has the same other dialogue. Now, can anybody else level up? You can level up. You can level up. And of course, so can you. Now, what we do is, we go to... Shadowspire. We gotta gain some levels, and I'm gonna advance time until February 12th? Let's say February 15th.
We can train you. Very good.
Alright, that's February
We can train you. Very good.
9th.
We can train you.
This is gonna be too... It's gonna set us too far back. What I want to do now is this enough to get Ironsand to reset? So for that we need to go back to Murmur Woods. Sorry, to Alvar, and then fly east. Murmur Woods is to the west. We need to go back. I don't think this is enough. But maybe, like, 9th February isn't enough, but maybe the 5 days of travel time, which will put us at 14th of February, will be enough. It is enough. Okay, beautiful. Outstanding. So the first thing we're going to do is... Oh, I just realized something. There was a challenge in Alvar that we didn't do, that we didn't look at, like a test. And there's a test in here as well. And it's gonna be a bit too late to get this test. Or to get the Alvar test. Because I don't want to load my game that far back. But what we can do is we can get the pedestal that's here somewhere. Right? There's a pedestal. I know there's a pedestal somewhere here. Oh, it's on top of the hill. Okay. Test of intellect, which we haven't done. Okay, this is good. So just to make sure the Gogs don't bother us, I'm gonna fly away from them and I'm gonna cast invisibility and then go back. Alright, now this is gonna be easy because we're all easily meeting the 100 intellect. No extra help needed. So let's get our skill points. And let me mark off the test of intellect. Alright, now still not enough to put more points into light magic, but I think after we pick up the horseshoes we should have enough. Ooh, another thing I should do is in my notebook I should mark off that I found Worm Spitter and Volcano. Volcano, Worm Spitter, where are you? Right there. Alright, now that's done. And one more point into light magic. Every point makes a difference. Every point makes a difference. Now let's just give might to somebody at random. Doesn't really matter. Blue. Yeah, sure. Let's start giving blue to you. Purple. We're still giving to myself because we're waiting until we get to Regna and we find the is that a random ogre ear on the ground? That's weird. Anyway, so okay, now is that heavy? Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave some barrels behind, but it's not my biggest priority. Right now we need to go and find the rock. And I don't mean Dwayne the Rock Johnson, I mean the rock that is actually a chest.
This is useful.
This is pretty good. I like this. Grog's Helm. Personality, intellect, and regenerates hit points. I'll give it to myself. Even though it kind of clashes with the rest of my aesthetic, but for now it's useful because HP regeneration is nice, because one more party member with regen means less pressure on our healing skill. Okay, so we are at 14th February now, and this means that definitely when we go back to Garotte Gorge, both it and the Dragon Caves will have reset. So let's take care of that. But first, let's go back to Alvar. And let's see if maybe the challenge that spawned in Alvar is another one that we can cross off. Because if it is, Sorry, I think it'll have been a test that spawned in Alvar, and it's going to be in this direction. I know a lot of flying back and forth in this episode, but it all needs to be done. And where is this this challenge? It's somewhere here, right? Somewhere along no? Have I missed it? It's somewhere on one of these islands, right? There's the I don't want to have to look it up. It's somewhere in this vicinity. Oh gosh, I am gonna have to look it up, aren't I? Ugh. Alright, just give me a moment. Give me a moment while I look up where this challenge is. So, Might and Magic VIII Alvar map. Yep, this is gonna be one of those episodes where it's just a whole lot of this. A whole lot of this. Okay, and this walkthrough does not have the challenge marked on it, but this one does, fortunately. Okay. Okay. Okay, it should be somewhere there. That I'm gonna go ahead and give myself some air resistance. Why not? So at the top of this island, or this landmass. Huh? What? Oh, I couldn't see it for some reason. And as luck would have it, we have not done the test of accuracy. So once again, we're all easily beating it. So let's get another 7 skill points. And just like that, 4 out of the 7 tests are done. Okay. With that, pretty far from putting more points into light magic, but you can put 1 point into learning. Be ready to advance that when you... Oh God, you guys have so many skill points to spend, but I don't want to put them into anything just yet. But now, we're actually going to go back to Ravenshore, because in Ravenshore, there's also going to be a contest. Okay. And the contest is going to be somewhere to the west. Now this one may turn out to be one that we've already done. But we gotta go to the west anyway, because that's how we get to Garotte Gorge, I think. So where was this contest? It's, is it up here somewhere? Okay. Contest of accuracy, which we also haven't done. Okay. So we've gotten some pretty good luck. And now we can mark off the contest of accuracy. So 4 contests are done, 4 tests are done, 2 games are done, 2... Excuse me. These guys are being very rude.
Too easy.
2 games are done and 2 challenges are done. Games are going to be the hardest, or the longest to do, just because as far as I know, only the Dagger Wound Islands have game pedestals in them, and it only resets once every 2 years, so there's probably going to be a lot of grinding for that specifically later on, but that's a problem for future Ali to deal with. For now, let's just cap off this episode by going into Garotte Gorge and going into the Dragon Caves and looting them yet again. But before we do that, I think the exterior will also have reset. Am I correct? Yes, because the Nagas are all back. I mean, I could have saved time and flown straight into town, because the other way to tell that it's reset is the fact that the horseshoes are back. But I guess I just wanted to check up on how the Nagas are doing, you know, just being friendly. Alright, let's give myself the horseshoes, as is par for the course. We're pretty close, but not quite close enough. Now let us end off this episode by going into the Dragon Caves and picking up another 3 artifacts. Alright, let's save. It doesn't matter where we save. Let's save outside. Let's cast.
We could get hurt.
Yep. The fact that somebody said something means it has reset, but we know, of course, because we can see the items. Let's cast invisibility. And let's do it the way we've done several times before. They become hostile. We don't care, we keep running. We run as far down this hallway as we can, and then we save. And then now when we load, they no longer are hostile, so we can dispel our own invisibility by getting close to one of them, and we just walk all the way to the end. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. And once again, the anticipation builds as we go around all these bends, just with, you know, all of the eagerness inside of us to see what it is we are going to get this time. Wait, excuse me. Alright. So as before, let me cast Torchlight. What do we have?
I have no idea what that is.
This is useful.
We could sell that, but do we need that? No, because our...
I like this.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Because eventually, when we have Leanne Stormlance, she will be wearing plate armor, but that there is an artifact plate armor, and as luck would have it, we found the Supreme Plate. So we're gonna hold on to that. Oh, wait, what was this? Dueling Long Dagger. I'm gonna pick that up, because I think that might be a high tier dagger.
I have no idea.
Leave it.
That's a bunch of garbage, which I'll pick up. And I guess I'll pick up the plate.
I like this.
Hey, nice. I'll even pick that up just because I don't want to leave items on the ground and confuse myself. I'll even pick that up.
This is useful.
God, so many big items. Torchlight, really? Really? The dragons were keeping a scroll of Torchlight as part of their loot pile? That's just silly. But you know, I'm actually gonna do this. I want to raise your dragon ability to 200, because each point I put into it gives you 1 more minimum and 10 more maximum damage. Okay. So now that's taken care of. Now what we are going to do is... I've never done this in reverse before. By this I mean actually leaving the dragon caves legit after having robbed them. But I'm going to try to do it this one time. Just because... So, let me save like this. We cast invisibility. Now let's see if we can walk past them. Whoa, 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 easy. Okay, that's not really working. Okay, I need to get past this group. Now let's cast invisibility. Now, at some point they're gonna turn hostile, but let's shimmy past. Let's actually... I think if we leave and come back inside...
It's unsafe here.
They will no longer be hostile? Oh, they still are. If we load our game, are they still hostile? Huh. Something's a bit weird. Okay, you know what? We don't need to do it. Because I'm not interested in fighting them yet. We'll just leave the normal way. I made a bit of a mistake because I wanted to take Ithilgord to master level dragon, but the trainer for that is in the other parts of the caves, but we can always come back. We'll do it the next time we come to Garotte Gorge. We'll have plenty of reasons to do that. For now, let's leave. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to Ravenshore. Nice central area where we can plan our next move. For now, let's make sure these artifacts are all taken care of. And even though this isn't, you know what? We don't really need empty potion bottles, do we? So why don't we...
My pack's full.
Really? It takes up two rows?
Can't carry it.
Alright, let me free up some space. Give me a brief moment. We'll do that. Okay, and who... Yeah. Now, okay, that's fine. You can sell that. Don't sell that. Give that to me. You can sell that. Give that to
I
you.
can't carry anymore.
Replace this dagger with that. You can sell that as well. And you can take one of these potions back. And what I was going to say was, I know this armor is better for her because although spell point regeneration isn't bad, but because it's the only artifact leather armor, and because she is a leather armor user, and because there are no restrictions on this leather armor, I will have her wear it just because it looks so good. Right? I mean, it looks incredibly badass. So you're gonna wear that, and you have the Supreme Plate. The other thing we found was Spirit Slayer. So let me mark those off on my list of artifacts. Supreme Plate, Spirit Slayer, and Ceradine's Preservation. That's Ceradine, right? Yes. There is one other, this is, I think, a relic leather armor, which looks exactly the same, so I don't want to get confused. And, Supreme Plate. And is Spirit Slayer a relic? Yes, it is, because it has the negative effect. Alright. So with that, let me just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We found 20 of the special items that are on offer. Making pretty good progress on that. Pretty soon we won't have to worry about artifacts, but for now... And we've gotten most of the big annoying ones out of the way, which is also good. Yeah, we've done a good job on that. Now let me just do a bit of quick inventory management, and then we can start wrapping up this video.
We can outfit you.
Make sure we're not selling anything that we need. And the last couple of things can be sold
Our axes are the best.
to you. And
Rarities from across the land.
to you, and since we've come inside, let's see, do we have, you know what, sure, I'll buy that ring. Anything else? I'll buy that. That's pretty good. And I'll even buy that. Okay. Some pretty good items on offer.
Business was a pleasure.
Okay, I'll give this to you. Oop. And these as well. The accuracy +8 one is pretty good. I like that. Okay, now at the end of this long episode where a lot of it was just running around, finally we're ready to bring things to a close. Let's summarize what we did. In this one episode, we went to 3 different areas that had reset. Ravenshore, well, first of all, Dagger Wound, but that was like a low priority thing. But the main ones were Ravenshore, Alvar, the Ironsand Desert, Garotte Gorge, and the Dragon Caves inside Garotte Gorge. And we got a bunch more artifacts. 6 more to be precise. 3 each from the secret chests in Ironsand, Ravenshore, and Alvar, and 3 from the Dragon Caves. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, that is a pretty darn good result for this episode. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I am pretty happy with our progress. And I haven't decided yet exactly what we're going to do next episode, but now that we're done worrying about resets for a while, we're probably just going to go back to normal exploration, and might be entering Ravage roaming soon, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, it's time for me to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did indeed enjoy this episode, then perhaps you would consider leaving a like. It's all up to you though. And if you are indeed enjoying the series as well, then you may want to consider subscribing. But in either case, I do hope you will join me for the upcoming episodes. And until then, take care.